Hey everybody, Billy here with CSS Finances, where it's sunny and warm in Amarillo. No, not really. It's 20 degrees and snowing, and I'm freezing. Anyway, today we have a topic that I think everybody can benefit from. Decided to put together a little presentation about cutting expenses. Now we're going to be looking at a few different ideas that we can practice to help cut expenses back a little bit. This is especially handy if you are looking at budgeting and saving. What you know when you're doing those things, you got to cut every corner that you can in order to try and put that money away. So let's go ahead and take a look at the presentation I've prepared for you. Set over to my desktop. All right, guys, nothing fancy here. We're just going to take a look at a few slides and talk about the different options that you've got available out there for you to save some money. The first one I want to talk about is thrift stores. Now, even though this image shows some pretty hideous clothing, thrift stores, you can have some pretty awesome finds in thrift stores. I have one of those weird sizes pants because I'm so tall. It's 36 by 36, and sometimes it's a little bit difficult to find that size pants. It seems like stores for some reason think that if you're tall, you're also fat. I think I have a pretty standard build for somebody my height. So it can be a little difficult finding those pant sizes. And it's really interesting when I come across them in thrift stores because it seems like they're always brand new in that size. And, you know, I get a new pair of pants for $3 to $5. Shirts generally aren't so much of a problem in thrift stores, but you can find some interesting shirts in thrift stores as well. I guess it really depends on your location and what all you have available. Now, here's the interesting thing about thrift stores. I've found some collectible items in thrift stores that I've turned around and flipped on eBay for significant amounts of cash. I'm a board game hobbyist, and one day I went into, I think it was the local Goodwill here, and found a board game. It was an old 70s board game. It was a war game, and one I'd never even heard of before. And I got it home. The box was all taped up and just in, just cruddy condition. I think I got it for like $2, maybe $2.50. I got it home, busted it open, and found inside a bunch of cards from a collectible card game that's incredibly popular in the United States and probably in other parts of the world as well. You may have heard of it. It's called Magic the Gathering. Well, I busted open these cards, and I found several cards that were worth about $100 to $150 a piece. For a game, I spent $2, $2.50 on something like that. Turn around and flip those. So occasionally you can get lucky. Now, I think thrift stores have started wising up to people coming in, buying their things, and then flipping them. But yeah, you can still find some really cool stuff. I've got several kids, and they like to read. I find books all the time, dirt cheap in thrift stores. And, sometimes you can find good furniture in there as well, especially if you're willing to put in a little bit of effort. And for dirt cheap, like I said, I bought my filing cabinet for, I think, $7. I took it home, primed it, repainted it, and it looks fantastic. So keep your eyes open. The next expense cutting that we're going to talk about is a home warranty. Now, home warranty is, if you're not familiar with it, it's where you pay a monthly fee, much like insurance, right? And what you get in return is when you have any kind of failure in major appliances, or you need services done on your home, such as like roofing or plumbing services or the air conditioning and heating worked out, you pay a flat service fee no matter what has to be done, and that's it. Even if they have to come out multiple times for the same problem, you still only pay that one fee. A home warranty is a magnificent thing to have if you're a homeowner because it's going to help reduce those expenses. One of the things I talk about a lot in the articles that I write is an emergency fund. Having those emergency funds are incredibly important in order to feel secure as a homeowner. Well, come along, your air conditioner blows out, your emergency fund's probably gone, because that is not a cheap thing. So the home warranty really helps with managing those expenses. Sure, you're going to pay a monthly fee, but as a homeowner, you're going to have these problems. Electrical problems are going to happen. Plumbing problems are going to happen. Your AC, your air conditioning unit, it's going to have hiccups. Same with your heating. All kinds of different things that this is good for. Now, I've left a link in the description for a home warranty company. Give them a check out. They do free quotes. Check them out. See what you think. If you haven't already got a home warranty, it's definitely something worth looking into. The next topic we're going to have is what I call sucker charges. Now, I'm not saying you're a sucker. I'm saying that the banks and the other institutions that make these charges are looking at you like, oh yeah, sucker, I got you now. Now, what kind of charges am I talking about here? I'm talking about late charges. I'm talking about overdraft fees. I'm talking about foreign ATM machine fees, these kind of things. Basically, convenience charges that banks and institutions put together to charge you for what they call a convenience service. Well, I mean, look at it this way, overdraft fees. If you're not budgeting and you're letting your account get overdraft, you're paying significant amounts of money just to be allowed to go into a negative into your account. Stop doing that if you do it. Okay? You're just blowing money. As you can see in the image here, it's representing this guy trying to carry off his money, but he's like leaking money as he's going. That's what these charges do. Same with late fees. If you're budgeting, you know when your bills are due. You know how much your bills are. You know when you need to pay them, and you know with which paycheck you need to pay them. Don't pay them late if you can avoid it. Now, sure, every once in a while you're going to miss one. It happens, okay? Probably once a year, there's a bill I will forget, and then I'm going to get hit with those late fees. But again, these are fees you want to avoid if at all possible. Same with foreign ATM machines. So let's say you bank with Bank A, right? You head over to check out, realize you need some cash, and you see an ATM machine there, and it's for Bank B. Well, Bank B is going to charge you for using their ATM, and Bank A, your bank, is going to charge you for doing the transaction through a foreign ATM. So you're getting double charged. Avoid that. You're looking at $5 to $6 for just for using an ATM machine, which is supposed to be convenient, right? And then let's talk about if you're like in a bar or at a bowling alley or something like that where they have an ATM machine. Usually $10 just to use it. Who wants to spend $10 just to pull out, say, $40 or $50? So yeah, avoid the sucker charges. The next one I'm going to talk about is consignment shops. Now, this is going to be incredibly helpful if you have children, because children go through clothing. And if you're lucky, they don't tear them up as they go through them. So you buy your kids clothes, right? And then they outgrow them. You have to buy them more. So what do you do with the old clothes? Well, take them to a consignment shop. What this is going to do is going to give you the opportunity to resell those clothes through the shop. They get a commission from the sales as they're providing the location and the clientele. Okay, but then you build up a store credit from what you've sold there. Then you can turn around and use that to buy more clothes. Okay, this is a way to cut expenses. And a lot of times you're going to find stuff other than just clothing. You can also find furniture, electronics, these kind of things. Check them out. Don't just throw your stuff away. You can resell it if it's still good. You don't use it? Return it. So a lot of people have a bad habit of this, just letting stuff pile up in their house because they see something they want, they buy it, realize it's absolutely no use to them. So it sits there. Gets put in the garage, gets put in the junk room, gets thrown in a drawer. You're not going to use it, return it. Get your money back. Even if they do charge you a small amount for a restocking fee, it's still worth it to return it to get your money or the majority of your money back over just letting it sit there for something that you spent money on that you're not even using. Return, return, return. Okay? Clothes, you buy clothing, doesn't fit the way you wanted to, take it back, return it, get your money back. Well, there you have it, folks. 5 ideas to save money. So down in the description, there's going to be some links for some articles I've written that has, I think, somewhere like 30 more saving ideas. These are incredibly handy, and so go ahead and check those out when you get the opportunity, because you'll find a lot more ideas there to help save money, cut back on expenses. Make sure you get us subscribed. I'm going to be putting out these videos 2 to 3 times a week, all on financial management. It requires a lot of support in order to stay tuned with financial management. It's one of those things people just don't like to do. So I'm going to be trying to offer as much support as possible. Leave comments down below, questions if you need to. Also, follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Again, links are down below in the description. If you have any questions, absolutely let me know. Until next time, this is Billy with CSS Finances. Have a great day.